we did have someone by the name of Mister in the waiting room. He's been there for the last 27 minutes, and just as we were finishing there, he dropped out. So I'm hoping that he's going to come back in again. One thing I would point out is that, Keke, you are the worst at product placement. Not only is your can in front of the camera, but you can't even see who you're advertising. So do you want to do it properly?
Yeah. If anyone from Hartwell, Lonkara wants to sponsor us, then just give us a call, man. Yeah, because I'm living on this stuff at the minute.
Right, that's more than enough of that.
Other soft drinks are available.
Yeah, and not so soft drinks as well. So we've had just one or two little messages on Facebook. So Kevin Mosley has just said, "Hi, FFS folks," and I replied to him asking if he wants to join us and have a chat, and he's gone a bit silent. So.
I know he's got he said he'll join us next time. He has to work.
Right. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
No, sorry, he's in a hotel. Sorry.
Okay. Well, if people can't get live, then just follow us. But thanks for watching or listening, Kevin. And some people may remember that Kevin was the guy that went back and listened through the entire back catalogue and gave us notes on what he liked, and it's Kevin's fault that I now, with every show, go in and edit the whistle in between certain segments because he said he liked the whistle. So I borrowed some of the Podbean sound effects and kept them going. So we do have whistles going through the show. So thanks for that, Kevin. But I am getting quicker at doing this stuff. I wonder, because there's no one else to join us at the moment. Mister, if you're there, please, for the love of all that is holy, join us again and come and have a chat. But I thought, Rich, maybe we could just follow up a little bit on what we talked about in the last episode. We were talking about the Nations League, and we said that the day after the show, the actual fixtures would be announced. And I thought it might be a good idea just to spend a few minutes talking through some of those.
So as we discussed, Finland are in Group 3, B3 of the Nations League against Bosnia again, along with Romania and Montenegro. Now the fixtures have been confirmed. Finland open in June with 2 home games against Bosnia and then Montenegro on the 4th and the 7th of June, then followed by 2 away trips to Romania and Bosnia. And so this is 4 games in 10 or 11 days. So it was a bit of a Nations League binge for those of you who like a bit of international football. And then followed the final 2 games are in September. So home to Romania and away to Montenegro. It's all very condensed. Obviously, the international calendar's been adjusted massively due to COVID and the moving of the Euros, and also next year's World Cup is no longer in the summer when it would have been. So it'd be interesting. I'd be surprised if Finland have ever played 4 internationals that quickly before. It's a bit of it's going to be a bit of a squeeze, and I imagine there'll be a hefty squad with a fair bit of rotation going on there, because 4 games in 10 days at the end of a long grueling season for those who play over the winter as well. It's going to be a lot of work. Not that we're expecting any Finns to be in the Champions League final, but I'm sure the Champions League final it might actually be on the 4th of June, which is that weekend anyway. So yeah, it's going to be very condensed, and there'll be a lot of tired legs. So thank you, UEFA, for this wonderful gift that you keep giving us.
It is a lot, but I have to say it's quite. I think it's quite exciting. Quite exciting couple of weeks of football coming up. But I'm not the one that has to do the running around, I guess.
Well, for us, it's great. I mean, it's think of all that content. I think we'll probably have to do some rotation of our own. I don't think I'm going to get 4 evenings to get away to do these. But it's,
no, I think that's true. Won't somebody please think of the poor podcasters who have to sit up until the small hours getting the content out after these games? But actually, I think that it would be it'd be good to know from people. Maybe we should do this in the new year. Just do a very simple survey somewhere to find out what type of shows people like, because we've been doing these match report shows, which for us are quite good. I think we get together quickly after the game, we talk about it while it's fresh, and we produce something quickly. So 4 15-minute shows in the space of 10 days, we can do that. 4 full-length shows, maybe not so much. Hey, we've got someone else here in the. What are you saying to me, Rich? Oh, Kekis. Sorry, and my screen is at the top, so I didn't know who you were pointing down to.
No, sorry guys. I was just going to say, obviously it was brilliant to get Boris's take on the Tim Sparv situation, but what do we think about it? What have we got to say about it? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I said they're watching that, sneaking a few minutes away from what I was supposed to be doing at work today, and catching that video live on YouTube. Yeah, it was like, honestly, as I said, the whole, international football may be a bit too far, but the fact that he's brought down the curtain on his entire professional career is, I've got to be honest, that was a bit of a surprise. But what a player, what a start! I mean, one of the comments I saw in the YouTube video was the no stars team all star or something like that. Someone put, and it was like, yeah, that pretty much sums them up. Like we spoke about how there's no real egos in that side, but Tim always sort of led from the front, I really believe led that sort of no ego philosophy, and it will be big boots to fill for someone.
I think when I can't remember, it was a number of years ago, and it was when analytics and this Moneyball kind of approach to football became a much bigger thing. And I think it was that no stats all-star was what he was referred to in one of the big sort of online blogs about him, in the fact that what he did doesn't necessarily get the numbers. He doesn't score a lot of goals and get the assists, but it's what he does. And I think as a player, and we've talked about it before, and what he brings to the team, both Finland and his club sides as well, was that he always made the players around him play better. We talked about how integral he was to Glenn Kamara becoming the player he is, certainly for Finland. He gave that base, and I think the performances he put in the 2 games he played at the Euros, you could see how much effort he put in. I mean, he had to leave the field early in both of those games as well. I think the Belgian game, he went off just before Finland conceded first. And yeah, it was it's a shame, because since he's gone back to Finland for Hoiko, his fitness and general health have just been that poor. He got injured against Fenerbahce, I think it was, and played maybe 10 or 15 minutes over the rest of the season. So he's he's a great servant, and he's earned his long break.
Rich, sorry to interrupt. Maybe we can come back to the Tim Sparv topic if there's more to say. We've actually got 3 people in the waiting room. So I thought, let's do that, and I'll let them in order of how they joined us. So first we've got Karre. So Karre, I'm going to let you in now. It'll take a moment or two for you to be able to talk.
Get him in.
I guess that doesn't mean we should all go silent. That's not great for all sitting there waiting with bated breath.
Audio medium.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, even on video, people just watching us staring blankly at the screen, desperately hoping Karre will speak.
Who else we got in the waiting room? You've told them not to disappear.
Well, they're just observing.
No, I don't know. I mean, Karre isn't talking, but we know it takes a bit of time to connect to this Zoom thing. There's someone who could well be sitting in the other room in my house, because Satu is waiting there. So I don't know quite what's coming there. And somebody with a very interesting Christian name of A404667. So he's my favourite of the 404667 family. Karre, are you there ready to talk to us, or shall we keep you and wait till you've maybe got some audio? I think I can maybe just I can't mute. I don't want to Keep going. I'm going to put you.
Of live show.
Yeah, exactly. Gary, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room. Let's see if we can get you back on shortly.
It's like the Eurovision results, isn't it?
Well, again, like I say, you know, we're hoping to talk to people. So I'm hoping Gary can.
Let's try A4162.
Well, you're going to make Satu wait longer, Keke.
Yeah.
All right, then let's try A404667.
Who can it be?
I actually feel like a phone-in radio host.
This is exciting.
It's very exciting. We don't know what's coming. We don't want to see any penises, though.
There's three on the screen already.
But Dave, it's Adam who messaged me on Twitter last week, said he'd join in. He said he wouldn't show pictures of his bum, and I said that'd be an improvement.
Well, let's see if this is Adam. Are you there? A404667. We can't quite hear you. It's a really bad connection. Sorry.
Of course, I don't know why. It's always like that with these terrible meetings, you know.
Okay, who is it? Who are we talking with?
I know who it is.
I'm Keke's friend. I've met you guys. I've met you guys.
Well, you didn't introduce yourself as A404667, so you're incognito.
Yeah, this is probably my computer's name, so I think you have to enjoy it. Just my name is like that's I don't know why it's like that, but
I recognise that voice. I can tell who it is without even seeing his face.
Come on in, Keke. Who is it?
That is Erno.
Erno. I remember Erno.
Hello, guys.
There he is. Good to see you. That's much
good
better
to see you guys. I'm so happy to be with you guys. Keke has been offering treats and whatever things, but he wants us to be here, and our other friends cannot join here because Keke's meeting with Zoom is so city.
Yeah, so remind, or not, don't remind, but tell people. We asked people to come on and just tell a little bit about themselves. So what you are Finnish. So what is your team, and why is it your team?
My team is no, I don't dare to say probably because you don't know anything about it. It's Äänekosken Huima.
Okay.
I'm from Äänekoski.
Tell us about them then.
I'm from Äänekoski. It's like I'm now currently living in Jyväskylä, so I should say JJK, like it's Keke's team, but it's not. My team's from Äänekoski. It's like 40 kilometers north from Jyväskylä, and we used to play first division football, but that was like 30 years ago. But you know, I'm from there. I support the team, and now they are playing low division that I'm playing. So, what can you say?
you play a higher division than the team that you support.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So who do you play for?
I play for Harjun Potku. It's a local team from Jyväskylä. So
yeah.
You remember our friend Ronan? Ronan, who was playing in there.
Yeah, I was just chatting with Ronan. Ronan is a great guy, you know. From Ireland, of course, not the Briton as you are, but he's a proper guy, you know.
He's a proper European still.
Still that.
And Erno, you've been playing also in some of the Huuhkajat fan matches, haven't you, mate?
Yeah, against Sweden. I played for Sweden in that game.
What?
Yeah, I didn't score against Finland, but I hoped that I would score. But and I've played some of those matches, but you know, all the Lilliput matches. But it's fun to have that. I don't know. You are from England, that you have these angsts against other countries, but in Finland we are so small country that we just love everybody.
England is a small country, but they just hate everybody.
No, that's because maybe you were too big country once.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. Yeah.
So Erno, do you want to tell us, what do you think about today's news that Tim Sparv will retire from football?
No, Yeah, I had great news for Tim Sparv's family. For Tim Sparv, I'm not that certain, but he said that he's gonna go coaching. So I think he's gonna be a proper coach. I hope he will coach in England one day in Premier League or some. But you never know. He's a great guy, you know.
Mm.
Is there anything, Erno, that you would like to ask the Finnish Football Show hosts, either one of us directly or a question for all of us to answer? And I have to say
he knows more than enough about me.
Well,
that is true because we have had a few trips together already. I was hoping to see Keke here on Wednesday to have a proper beer together with us, but you know, what can you say? Go with.
Yeah, well, you can say that. I'm not sure if you can say that on Facebook Live, but we'll... Hey, we've also got the lesser spotted Mark Hayton joined us. He's tried to sneak in the back door without being noticed, but we saw you.
Sorry, gents. You know what I mean? Kids, that's how it goes.
That's all right. We cracked on. The first episode of this series of Christmas podcasts that will come out will be featuring Boris the Kitman from Huuhkajat. So it's well worth listening. Well worth listening to.
Erno. So Erno, what do you think about our if we ever get to go on a next away trip? What do you think? Well, obviously we've seen that Paulus has retired and Joona Toivio has retired, and now Tim Sparv has retired. Do you think that the young guys in Huuhkajat can step up and be a good team for us to go and see?
I think you already saw that, because if you think about last games, those three of those didn't play at all. So I think the young ones will be better. They are better, of course. The captainship of Tim Sparv, how can you have that? It's not that easy, but you know, the team is already proper, and I hope we will get those young players that are playing in Denmark now to our team, and they will be better than our team is now.
Nice one.
So, Erno, do you have anything you want to ask us, or shall we see what Mark H has been up to?
I think I've learned too much. You already in our.
You can remember that conversation, can you? That's something.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about football because I drink too much always.
Oh dear.
But thanks for coming on and joining us, Erno. This is exactly what we wanted, people to sort of drop in and bring some new voices and things to the show.
I knew that other guys were coming as well, but because if this shitty Zoom meet that nobody can join here. Thank you, Keke.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad you came, Erno. It's good to see you, mate. I'm sorry I didn't make it to Finland, so I'll see you next time.
I hope your son is okay.
Kiitos. Thanks, mate.
See you.
See you soon, Erno.
And just for people that are listening, Keke, your boys come down with the COVID just before you're about to travel.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in Jyväskylä for 2 weeks for the Christmas. Not too much to say about it. Yeah, poor old Kimmy got the dreaded lurgy, got the COVID. So literally like 2 days before we were due to fly, tested positive on one of those LFTs. So yeah, we've had to sack it off. But
get well soon, Kimmy, and enjoy Christmas together as with your mum and dad and your sister. Mark Hayton, how are you?
Not too bad. Sorry, I'm late.
It's a new guest, Mark Hayton, is here.
Would you like to ask a question of the other Finnish Football Show hosts? No, that's not necessary. Let's. I tell you what, I do want to do. Sure, I want to focus on the people that are calling in, and then we've got other bits and pieces we can talk about, and we can come back to the Tim Sparv bit as well now that Mark's here as well. But let's see if
Mark, I've just got to say, mate, I can't believe that you asked Erno if he wanted to ask me a question. He knows more than enough about me. I shared a bed with him in Bosnia.
Oh, good Lord. That's more than enough information.
Why didn't we ask more on that?
Yeah.
Is that why you didn't want to draw Bosnia away?
Yeah, exactly. They were both drawing
I'm
a veil
scarred for
over
life. I don't
Memories.
want to go there again.
Right, let's see if Satu wants to join us. Or if she goes running for the hills.
Or the hills.
Yeah,
Checking up on you.
very possibly. Satu, are you there? Maybe it's just silently lurking like Karre.
Must admit, when I joined in, I was on mute. I had to work out how to get it to work.
That was quite deliberate to put everyone on mute when they first come in for this episode, for this very reason, so that they can sit in the waiting room and I'm in control. Okay, I'm going to put Satu back in the waiting room.
Pay for that later.
Yeah, and we'll try again later. So how about if we do the big reveal, because we've got some new merchandise and this would seem like a good a time as any to do it. And I'm going to put on a little performance for you all first.
Wow.
Bear with me, because this is a visual medium, so bear with me. I'm just gonna, because take these off.
Do you want some backing music?
Oh, nothing. I hope there's no flash.
Chuck some pound coins at him. Any more coming
Get it off.
Okay.
Nothing else is coming off. That's all that you're getting, folks.
Oh dear.
Disappointing. I'm sure it's not. Right. So, yeah, this is our new.
It's a lovely.
It's quite large.
Can I see the ASCII copyright lawyers banging through your front door?
Can you stop that, just in case anyone is watching? Thank you very much. This is a very limited edition of a few at the moment, but I'd hope that people find their own team. So this was. Let me share, because I'm going to go to the shop, to the store, and show people what we got over there, like we did the other day. So the idea of these shirts is to have a way for Finnish Football Show fans to support the show and support their own team at the same time. And I've been wearing my vaguely ashy core coloured ones to many games this past year, trying to get the little bit of recognition out there. So I thought I'd go for this cutout design. As you can see, let me model. You can see it closely. It's got the Finnish Football Show logo running through, and it's got the name of the club there, or the name of the town, depending. Sometimes that's the same thing, and also a Finnish one as well. So there's one here for each of the Veikkausliiga teams. They're at full price at the moment. I guess that TeePublic is, keeping the prices up for Christmas. So there's your 12 current Veikkausliiga teams.
Check that out. Very nice. And
I've got one other, which I'll show you all a little bit later. But just remember that any sales of the t-shirts, we don't
You've got another layer to come off, have you?
I haven't got any more layers to come off. No,
he's having tattooed on him.
There's nothing else coming off. But every t-shirt we sell, it brings a little cut to the show, and that will help us to, with the running costs and whatever of the show. So it all helps. But no, we'll come back to the final shirt in the next ad break. How does that sound to you?
Oh, ads, love it.
Yeah.
I'll stop sharing that now. Oh well, I guess I should just mention that the website address is teepublic.com, and actually, while we're doing that, let's just dig into one of them. I've set it up so that there's the same range available for each. And I think this is worth showing that within each one, you can choose whatever color you want. I choose this as a default because I think it pops quite nicely, that design on there. But you can choose the color on anything.
That look nice at a Nations League game in June, I think. On the terraces.
I think it would for sure. And then there's other stuff as well. So there's a whole range of apparel. There's phone cases. There's tote bags, and I've got it set up also for pin badges as well. So you should be able to find all of that stuff there. If you want to support us but go small, then you've got your pin badge. And if you want to go a bit bigger, then there's a t-shirt. And so to answer your question, Rich, so far this is just fan art, and they've all been sold to me. So no one's really profiting off this yet. So I'll stop sharing that. We'll get back to the show. And Mark, before you joined us, we talked with Boris about Tim Sparv, and Rich and Keke were talking about it. But what were your thoughts today when you saw the news?
Sad, obviously. He's had a hell of a career, and I think out of all of the players, out of all the changes that occurred when Rive took over, and really started to kind of kick Finland into gear, I think he's probably the player that was, right place, right time, but he probably drove the team the most as we went on the run for qualification. He was massive in the middle of the park, and it's going to be a strange thing to try and sort of, organize Finland without him. But on the other hand, I think, I saw him play for Huuhkajat a couple of times, which was about as many times as he got game for Huuhkajat after he re-signed. And I think, the mobility and just the yards and the mileage that he's done, I think it's probably starting to take its toll. So I think it's probably a good time now, sort of it's been a hell of a year for the Huuhkajat, and he's got a couple of Huuhkajat games under his belt, which has brought him a title. So I think this is a good time to sort of step aside. I remember actually during the Euros, there were a couple of things with all of the players, and they asked, it's just sort of like one of those random press junket things, and they were asking the players a bunch of sort of random questions like who's the best dancer or who's the fastest sprinter. And one of the questions to the squad was like, who's most likely to be a manager? And everybody in the Finland squad said Tim Sparv.
Yeah.
Like without without the drop of a beat. So I'm pretty sure he'll be back in management and in coaching pretty soon, and he's got a good network, in many leagues across the Nordics and in Central Europe as well. So I think can't wait to see more of him and more from him in the years to come.
Yeah, I just thought I'd give a little shout out to a couple of people who are sort of acknowledging our existence on the live stream, even if they're not joining us. One is my brother-in-law, Jonathan. Hi, John. You're right out there if you're watching, or if you're just clicking like because you saw my mug pop up on your feed. But thanks for noticing.
We're selling mugs as well.
Well, you're the one with the mugs. I think we'll get you touting that merch a little bit later if you're able.
I'll get them sorted. Well, we'll say that there's one live, and these lovely new 2022 designs will be following shortly.
Okay, very, very nice. Maybe we can show what you've got a little bit later. Right. But also Big Jeff, who is another one of my friends who's found the live stream and liked it. I don't know if he's watching it. I don't think he's really a football guy, but he's liked the video, and thanks for noticing. And I can also see that the barber shop in Seinäjoki is trying to message me. So that's all good things come up at the same time.